Today we have got a bunch of brand new bosses to talk about on the map. Not only are we going to be talking about bosses from the Naruto series, but also the return of Shadow Midas. Now guys, if you think it would be awesome for the next day of school that you have to have a movie day in class, aren't those the best? Leave a like on the video, but be fast. But yes guys, we're going to be going over a ton of different topics today. We've also got some really cool glitches that I want to show you, one of which even has to do with pickaxes. But again, we're mainly going to be talking about brand new bosses. Now before we get into it guys, have you ever wished that you could compete in a tournament just like the pros? Well, thanks to today's sponsor Z-League, players of any skill level can compete for real prize money. Z-League is the world's first skill-based Fortnite tournament platform that allows you to compete in free-to-play tournaments for cash prizes. And what's even better is that they built a custom ranking algorithm that analyzes your stats and puts you against other players of similar skill level. And speaking of fair, they also verify the players with their own custom anti-cheat system. And just to be clear, this also works on any platform you play on. Xbox, PlayStation, PC, whatever it is, you can compete for these prizes. On top of that, they just launched a brand new format called Challenges that allows you to compete against your friends in fully customizable challenges, such as most eliminations. And you can invite up to 10 friends or players to that challenge. Whoever has the best score at the end will be the winner and have bragging rights over their friends. So yes, you now have multiple ways to compete with Z-League, whether or not you want to compete in tournaments or beat your friends in a challenge. So go right now and click the link in the description to sign up on Z-League and invite your friends to compete. Now hopping on into it with the first thing I want to talk about, this is actually a really funny glitch that has to do with pickaxes. That is right guys, a few of the pickaxes that you may have are actually glitched right now. So like, let's just go ahead and hop into it here with the first one. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's one of the Marvel ones that generally works the best. Yeah, this one right here, the glided morphic blades. If we click on this and edit the style, you want to move over to the spear style, so it's, you know, usually one pickaxe. Now if we go ahead and select that, save and exit, and then head back into the game, specifically guys, you need to hop into a match like solo, duos, or squads. So let's just do solo here, and at first the glitch won't actually work. You'll see that the pickaxe animation is in fact normal, but keep in mind that this is again what it's supposed to look like. Once you then hop into the battle bus and jump out of it, well, we also gotta get to the ground first, I guess. Kind of an important step. But yeah, check this out. As soon as we land on the ground, our pickaxe will now have a broken animation that looks so weird. Yeah, check that out. It switched from the single pickaxe animation to the double one, which obviously is not the one it's supposed to have in this style, but it still works. You can still break stuff down, but it just looks super funny. I like how he's just swinging like one hand like he's punching the tree. Dang, tuna fish is pretty strong. Now again, this should work with other pickaxes that are similar. Maybe this one right here, the Eon blades. Let's give it a try. Now again, before the battle bus, it looks completely normal, but after you jump out of the battle bus and head all the way down to the ground, here's the moment of truth. Come on, let's hope it works. And yes, it does it with this one as well. And honestly, it looks even weirder with this one, but it does switch back to the double-handed pickaxe animation, which is so weird. Keeping it going here, let's start to talk about some stuff that has to do with bosses. Before we hop into the Shadow Midas stuff, there's actually a couple of brand new bosses that have to do with Naruto. Now again, we've talked about Naruto a ton, so we won't talk about him too much, but there is some brand new info about other bosses such as Sasuke coming into the game super soon. Now recently, Hypex had put out a tweet that there's an NPC with the codename Headband, which could obviously reference Naruto since he wears a headband in the show. But what's even more interesting is that as of the recent update, now within the files there are ID tags called Headband K and also Headband S. Now Headband K could stand for Kakashi, who is this character right here. Whether or not you've seen Naruto, he's one of the main characters from the show, and him as a boss would be absolutely awesome. Similarly, Headband S could stand for Sasuke, which would also make a ton of sense as to being an NPC or boss on the map. That would be so cool. Not only that, this also likely implies that we're going to be getting these characters as skins within the item shop, and since the Naruto collab is expected to finally happen in November, that is very likely when we're going to be getting these skins and bosses, which is super exciting. Maybe they could in fact be the ones that are carrying the mythic kunai item, which we talked about in one of my previous videos. Be sure to check that out if you haven't. And then also Hypex did mention a scroll. I'm not exactly sure what that is. I haven't seen info on that, so I'll look around, but either way, this stuff is going to be awesome. But moving on here to the next thing I want to talk about before we hop into the Shadow Midas boss stuff. In one of my previous videos, I showed you some secret spots that have to do with the brand new bunker location that just opened up. And guys, I actually found a couple more, so I want to show you these as well. And to do that, we obviously have to... Ooh, hello, llama. What's up, buddy? It's my brother. I'm sorry I have to do this, but I need loot. Come back here. That's it. Give me the loot. Come on. Oh my gosh, the IO guard is fighting the llama as well. I didn't even know they could do that. But hey, we got the stuff. We got the slurp cannon. Not that we really need it. You get out of here, buddy. Also, I find it kind of funny that you can't actually drive a car inside of here. Like, there's an invisible barrier blocking off cars from actually getting inside. Oh my gosh, there they are. Oh, no, no, no. Why does Dr. Sloan have to turn into 3 different Dr. Sloans? At least this is the real one. Almost there. Come on. And yes, we got her. And this guy's just chilling as well. There we go. Now we can explore this place again. So yeah, I showed you some spots previously, but I also found another one here that's kind of cool. If you build up... Oh, I just broke it. No, you've got to be kidding me. There's a thing in the center you can actually get on top of and stand there. And it's like this really good hiding spot because nobody's going to expect you to be up there. Anyways, one of the other secret spots I found, if you come to this area here and break out the floor, you can actually build up here. And then if you time it just right, like so, break it down to like right about here, shoot, and then build, you will be in this fully hidden spot that nobody will ever expect you to be in. Like, check it out from the replay view. Literally nobody would know I'm inside of here, and I can like do emotes and stuff, and people would hear the sound but have no idea where it's actually coming from. And it's funny because you can't actually break through these walls either. The only entrance is through this floor piece, which I thought was kind of cool. You can also do it with this one over here, and that had also got me thinking maybe you can drop down here because these aren't breakable as well. But funnily enough, you can just actually crouch walk through them if you go in the right spot. Like, it takes a little bit to find the right spot, but you can in fact just walk through. And that means you can also do it on like these other areas if you get it just right. And you can kind of go in here, which is a secret spot, I guess. Not as cool as the other ones. Oh, and then I also find it funny that these elevators lead to literally nothing. It's just a wall. There's a lot of weird stuff in this area, but it is cool. But moving on here to the stuff to do with the Shadow Midas boss, especially something coming up here that you have to see. It's so cool. But first things first, what about like an actual Shadow Midas boss this season? Well, this season it is fairly unlikely, but next year it is entirely likely that we will actually see him return. The reason being is that, well, obviously we got the skin this season, which was revealed all the way in last year's Fortnitemares as him being an actual boss, and I believe that the files for that boss are still in there. Like, his mythic item, I believe, is also still there. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems that all of this stuff is in fact ready for next Fortnitemares if they do decide to actually enable it. And considering that they made such a big deal of Shadow Midas this year, I would expect them to make sure that he returns as an actual boss within next Fortnitemares. Although it is still entirely possible that he releases within the remainder of this season, considering that there's so much to do with like shadows. You've literally got the shadow stones on the map, the cubes going around. Maybe when the pyramid location at the center actually reveals itself, Shadow Midas could be a boss right there. It would fit in perfectly, again, especially considering they released the skin just recently. Now, speaking of a Shadow Midas boss, something you gotta see here is if we go into our locker and then select the Shadow Midas skin right here, it is such a cool skin, we're gonna go ahead and save that. There's a way we can sort of be the Shadow Midas boss. You'll see what I mean here, but we also want to put on a specific emote. This one right here should work really well, the high five emote. After that, we just need to hop into a solo match. Yeah, okay, this emote should work perfectly. You'll see why. Come on, give me a high five. Do it. No, that's so mean. Now we need to head down to this specific location on the map, which is right over near Holly Hedges, as you can see. Now with this location, guys, if we go inside, you'll notice that there's these 3 characters that are like exact replicas of skins that are just standing here. If we go next to them and like break one of them down, I don't know if that's how it was supposed to work, but we can just use our emote and essentially act like one of these characters. Now, will anybody notice the Shadow Midas boss that is just sitting here? Uh-oh. That's not how it's supposed to work. There's one of those big monsters walking around, and they just destroyed like all of this stuff. The person oh no, wait, what? Oh my gosh. That's not how it's supposed to work. It was close though. We had somebody right there. All right, let's go. This is literally perfect. Can we get in here as fast as possible? Break this. We got people running around. I don't think they're gonna notice us. There's a guy like on top. Oh, somebody just ran by. They gotta be coming into this building soon. Come on, there's literally people right outside. Oh my gosh, there's a dude right there. He didn't see us. No way. He's talking to the NPC, and oh my gosh, he's coming in here. I don't think he noticed us. He's just looking at the other characters. But Peekaboo, come here, buddy. I'm gonna get ya. Oh my gosh, come on. I keep missing shots. Please, please, please. Let's go. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that actually worked. I moved for a second, so I thought he might have seen me, but he was looking right at us, and it totally worked. He got eliminated by Boss Midas. That's how it goes. Oh my goodness. That's so much fun. And then finally, guys, something just quick I wanted to show you that I happened to record recently. I was gliding down past Misty Meadows, and for some reason there was this one truck that was completely glitched into the ground. Now, I think this happened because it had the chonker wheels on, as well as it had a trailer behind it, so it got pushed into the ground and I could not drive it anywhere. However, I was actually able to get it to move by breaking the trailer, and then it popped up and I was able to drive it away. So it was kind of a funny glitch, so I thought I'd add it in here. But anyways, guys, that is gonna be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more fun videos like this coming up in the near future. On top of that, you can check out some of my previous videos on the screen right now, such as going over the return of the mechs. But again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.